Bienvenue to Le Café Craft. This is the leather paper leather. So what I use is, I like the very thick craft this is from Whole Foods. Amazon Prime also have that very heavy, but really soft touching. I like it. There is other craft, but they're more crinkly. Like this kind, but the color is a little bit too yellow, and it is very crinkly as well. Step 1, make a tiny little ball. It's a good stress relaxer, I heard. Making it flat again, then pick another spot, and then do the same thing. Next step, this is spritzer little bottle. Inside is water, like 3 pot of water and 1 of this. This is what I use because I had that gigantic bottle. It's called Silk Therapy. Anyhow, it works really good. I just sprinkle a little bit just to get the pepper wet. You don't need to put a lot. You just have to make sure it's wet everywhere. Then you make a little ball again. And then again. And then you let it dry. I use this little thing here. And I wait that they dry. When they're dry, or almost dry, you have to be gentle so it doesn't tear, because it gets really soft. Then you lay it flat. Like so. Then you roll up your sleeves. You take this baby, put a big dab on your hands, and it smells really good. It makes your hands really soft. And then you spread it everywhere. roll it in a ball. Wipe your hands. Open it again. Put a little bit more where it needs more. Then you roll it in the bowl. And you let it dry. And now you just got to do all of those. So they almost dry. You open them. You have to be nice because otherwise, you know, you don't want to tear them. Flatten them a little bit. And I usually let them dry unrolled so it goes a little bit faster. This one is completely dry, so you flatten it up. Take a credit card or any card and just not completely flat, but somehow flatter. Now, you take your ink pad. You have to be delicate. You don't want to, you know, stamp it in. And you just lightly go over it. Let me put something under here. Here we go. Try to go in all directions, depending on how dark you want it. Just don't forget you're gonna put Mod Podge over it, so it is gonna tone it down because this ink is soluble with water, and Mod Podge is water based, so it will kind of make it a little bit less, not as dark. Already looks pretty cool, doesn't it? As I said, if you want a lot of marking, then just keep on going. If you want just a light touch, put less. anyhow, for what I need, it's good. Now you flip it over, and now you really try to flatten it. Of course, you do that on the reverse, right? I mean, you knew that. I didn't have to say that. Alright, this is flat enough. Isn't it so pretty? Okay, next step. Mud podge. Disappeared right here. Mud podge. I got two Mod Podge. One dirty Mod Podge, one clean Mod Podge. That's clean and new. So it's better to press it down more than, doing big strokes. So the ink stays where you had put it, not get spread everywhere, to keep the contrast. see if you dab it, you see how all the creases and thing with the ink stays on. If you brush it, it has a tendency to kind of, well, if you want a muted effect, then by all means, do it with strokes. Alright, and we're almost done. I do all the itsy bitsy pieces, even if they're torn, just in case I need a little, or even for a collage, you know, if you need little pieces to patch something or put as a decoration. Here we are. This is why I call it the dirty mud podge, because it get the tint from the ink stamp, and now we let it dry. So here it is. It is dry. I mean, the inking worked really good. The thing is, it is really, it's not smooth. So, next step is to take a card again and flatten the back. Depending on how you're gonna use it, but eventually you are gonna glue it on something, so you need to have a flat surface to you know, so it's gonna glue pretty well everywhere. And when you're done with the back, you can do the front, not as harsh though. But it is smooth now, and it looks really good. I have one, I have two, I have this one to smooth out, I have another one which is finishing to dry, and that's a whole bag. Might as well, if you're gonna make a mess, you know, do the whole bag, and then you get yourself your leather paper. Thank you for watching. Bye.